This is Thursday, October 3rd, year of our Lord 2019, pre-algebra. Julia, Johnny, and Sawyer. We're in a little bit of chaotic mode today because of pictures. 8th graders are not in the room right now except for Ms. Droken. And the students right now are working on numbers 21 and 22 at the bottom of page 93. We'll go over yesterday's homework when we have our 8th graders back from pictures. But right now, if you're live with us, you could be working on 21 and 22. And momentarily, we'll be kind of like not instructing because kids are working on those, and we'll get back to instruction. So enjoy the background limited noise. Kira, did you make your rectangle?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a rectangle that is situated? Let me see. Now, how many units? When you make your shape in number 21, it's going to be a rectangle. Count the units across the top. Every line is a unit. So how wide, how long is it?
12.
Okay. Well, it's not inches, but 12. You don't know the units. And then how wide is it? There you go. So how do you find the perimeter of a rectangle? It's 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Or using the distributive property. Actually, I just used the distributive property. 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Noah, I'm assuming you are done with 21.
Yes.
And you're done with 22.
Yes.
And what is your shape in number 22?
It's like a.
It shouldn't be like anything. Nope.
It's not a shape.
It's a square.
Oh.
If you did not get a rectangle for 21 and a square for 22, you need to check your work. Jonathan, Dominic, just coming in. While we wait on everybody, we're working on numbers 21 and 22 at the bottom of page 93. You're not just plotting points, then you're going to connect those points, and you're going to see that, God bless you, you're going to see that you've created a shape. And if you didn't create a rectangle in 21, you got to go back to see where you went wrong. If you didn't create a square in 22, you got to see where you went wrong. But then you got to find the perimeter of those rectangles and squares. You working on that now, 21? So you're going to make 2 planes on your graph paper.
But it's, I don't know. But
Yes.
mine looks like a rectangle. Okay.
All right. 5, 4.
Yeah, mine has a rectangle.
5, -2. -1,
Sorry.
-2. -1, 4.
That's not me. That was me. Sorry, Rachel. I still gotta scan you.
Where you at?
Okay. This is actually easy whenever you get it done.
I need a square.
Is that number 22? 5. Is this your y-axis?
You count. You got one right. I love. If you want to be on our tech.
Yes, ma'am.
Are simplifying problems going to be on our test?
Of course. Whatever's in chapter 2. Why does that bring you pain?
I butchered that one. It's like Jake and Brad.
I didn't. I don't know if I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us mom's like a smile with no You like
I had fun. I really
Yeah.
did.
You should add a link.
Oh,
How did you get 30?
Etosh, you done with 21, 22? Okay, cut. Preston. Get yourself caught up. I'm actually going on the board now because we gotta get moving. I did not think it was gonna take a half an hour to take pictures. -2, 6. This is number 21. -2. So I go, remember, you go horizontally first. Run before you jump. -2 to the left. Negatives to the left. +6. Positive is up. What's the next point?
B or 2, 6. Or 2, 6.
2, 6. +2, +6. Next point.
2, -6.
+2, -6. Next point.
-2, -6.
-2, -6. So you created a rectangle. Pardon my rotten artwork. Should have gone through the 2s. But you created a rectangle, and it is 6 and 6. So it's 12 long. It is 2 and 2. It's 4 wide. What's the perimeter? Perimeter is 2 times L plus W. You could go 12 plus 4, 16 times 2, 32. Or you could say 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Either way, 24 and 8, 32. Everybody get that?
Yes.
LP, you just coming back? You're going 21 and 22. There's 21. This should be going through the 2 slot.
It won't make a difference if we just do the line.
Number 22. 5, 4.
2, 1, 0. -1.
5, -2.
3.
Who is that?
Negative
Tell me that's not
1,
D.
-2.
-1, -2.
-1, 4.
-1.
Yeah,
4.
2. I got it. Go down. Wait. Did you have your
And now you find the perimeter of your square. So you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus this one is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to square, right?
Yeah.
What's the perimeter of a square? It's find the side, multiply it by 4. As you trickle in, 8th graders, this is numbers 21 and 22 at the bottom of page 93. You're not only plotting points, but then you're seeing that after you plot those points and you connect them, you've made a rectangle in 21 and a square in 22, and then they need you to find the perimeter of those. If I gave you a bonus question, you should be able to tell me the area of those shapes as well. Area is simply length times width. 12 times 4, 48 units. Area of a square is finding a side and squaring it. 16 square units.
Wait, isn't perimeter L plus 1 times 2?
Listen, right here, dear.
But yeah, I did it wrong, because I was doing it times 2.
Or you can do it to found the area.
I did it in order. So I cut the code, I put the graph.
Just units.
Because that one is not the graph. Yeah, that's good.
How many we waiting on? One. Am I waiting on anybody? Who? Is Z here today? Excuse me? Scaring me, Arthur.
My brain doesn't want to think.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is Brett not here today?
He's up there getting pictures.
Is Elise here today?
They're always last.
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Cut. If we got to get going because Brett and Elise will just have to catch up. Here's your answers on page 93 to your homework, which was numbers 2 through 20, correct? Here we go. Number 2. The coordinates for point A was -3, 2. They have to be in that order because they're known as ordered pairs. Always have to be in that order. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Otherwise, imagine the confusion. Oh, this person decides they're going to put the Y point first, and this one decides they're going to put the X point first. No, that's crazy. Always have to be in that order, the X then the Y. -3, 2. Number 3, please don't make me talk over you. The point should be 0, 1. You should also have these in parentheses around them. Number 3 or 4, -2, -2. Number 5, 1, -2.
Wait, what was 4? Too busy working on my parentheses.
Number 5 was 1, -2. Number 6, you had to plot the points. If you're able to do 21 and 22, and I see that today, I can walk around, I guess, and check to make sure you plotted those points correctly in 6, 7, 8, and 9. How about number 10? Did everybody figure out number 10? 2,000 feet. Did you figure out number 10 was 2,000 feet? Listen up, please. The information given to you was the length and width of each small square on the coordinate grid represents 100 feet. So, how you had to find the perimeter. The total perimeter should have been 20. If each square is worth 100 feet, I'm sorry.
Each side of square.
The total perimeter was, 20. So if each segment is 100, that's 2,000 feet. Any questions? Hold up.
I did not get that.
Too much talking. Raise your hand, be recognized. Do you have a question, Rachel? Not that I didn't get that, but do you have a question why we got that?
No.
You don't have a question?
No. What did we get again? Can you just use it?
2,000 feet.
2,400?
2,000 feet.
I don't know how I got 4.
Okay, let's look at number 10. Everybody put your eye on number 10, page 93. How many units is it from point B to point A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You with me? How many units is it from point A to point D? 1, 2, 3, 4. You with me? Okay, so if the rectangle is a 6 by 4, what's 6 plus 4? What's 2 times 10?
20.
Okay, so you know the perimeter is 20. If each of the units is 100 feet long, What's 20 times 100?
2,000.
2,000. Does that help? Your perimeter of the rectangle on number 10 was 6 units long, 4 units wide. How do you find perimeter? 6 plus 4 times 2, or 2 6s and 2 4s. That's 20. The information given to you was that each small square is 100 feet. So 20 times 100 is 2,000, and nobody in 7th and 8th grade should have ever written out 100 times 20, right? No one's going to write that out. 20 times 100 is 20 with 2 zeros on the end. Yes?
Can I have done like 600 plus 400 next year? Yeah.
Sure.
Because like length plus
Sure.
other, that's what I did.
You did it before you
Yeah.
did the formula. Yes?
Is it okay if I added up like the outside of the square, so like there's 5?
You mean the rectangle?
Saying there's 5 lines. Or there's 4 squares, but there's like 5 lines, and I thought each one were 100. Yeah. Or there's 4 500s, so then I just had them.
Okay. There's 4 units. So you're saying you counted 5. Is that what you're saying?
4.
Okay.
I counted 4 squares for each like little. I don't know how to explain this, but I still got 2,000.
Then you got it. Okay. Whatever you're trying to say, you got 2,000. Good job. Here we go. Numbers 11 through 16. -3, comma 3. 1, comma 3. -5, comma 0. -4, comma -3. 0, comma -2. And 4, comma -1. Number 17. What quadrant are you in? Isaac.
Number what?
You didn't do 17?
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Okay, let's do 17 now. What quadrant are you in if you're at the point -2, 3? -2, 3. What quadrant would you be in? -2, 3. Right here. Bella.
2.
That's quadrant 2. You write that Roman numeral 2. I. Capitalized. Ready? Number 18. What quadrant would you be in at 3, -1? Jaden. 4. IB. What quadrant would you be in, Micah, at 0, -5? Or would you be in a quadrant? How would you specify the location at 0, -5? How would you describe that? It's not in a quadrant, it's
It's in the Y.
It's on the y-axis. On the y-axis. And finally, where would you be at -3, -4?
3.
Casey, what quadrant? -3, -4. Third quadrant. Aye. There's 21 and 22 for the 8th graders that came in late. Elise, Brett, whoever else trickled in very late, Cam. 21 and 22 are on the board. 21, you should have a rectangle. 22, you should have a square. After you plot the points. All right, your homework for today is page 95. No, I'm sorry. 97, review quiz 2. Your next big test is Tuesday. We're going to do this review quiz today. Tomorrow we'll do the first half of Chapter 2 review. Monday we'll do the second half of Chapter 2 review. Tuesday we'll test and celebrate Elisa's braces being on.
Look at you! Celebrate. I'm getting a Fitbit hopefully today. Hopefully after this thing after like a week. Come back. I got 2. I need to see today.